Hello, welcome back to Peaceful Gathering, Star Garden Block of the Month. This is month 5. Up until this point, we've gone over how to complete the 4 center squares and assemble them with the sashing strips. The next step that we'll be working on are the 4 outer borders. In your kit this month, you will have received your outer border fabric. To begin with, you're going to want to make sure that your assembled 4 blocks with sashing strips are square. Mine actually measured to be 43 inches. And what we're going to do from the sashing strip material is we're going to cut the 4 borders. They're going to be 7.5 inches wide by the length of your side. So as I had mentioned, mine measured 43 inches. If your measures 43 inches, then you'll be cutting 4 sashing strips that are 43 inches by 7.5 inches. We're going to set aside 1 strip for the bird border. We're going to be working on that next month. This month we're going to work on the 3 similar borders. The next step is to make some stems and leaves for the borders. These will be made the same way that we made for the 4 center blocks. What you'll do is you'll take the remaining green fabric from the previous months, and you're going to be making 4.5 inch stems and 6 inch stems for each of the borders. You're going to need 18 4.5 inch stems, and you'll need 15 6 inch stems. Once the stems are completed, what I did was I laid out one of my borders and I placed them approximately, 3 3/4 inches apart, measured from center to center. Each of these measure 3 3/4 apart, again measured from center to center of the stem. Now if your border is not 43 inches like mine is, you may need to adjust that a little bit so that the stems are evenly spread. Once you've laid out your stems, I would go ahead and lay out your leaves as well. Now for the leaves, you're going to be making an assortment of those as well from the remaining green fabric that you have from the previous kits. You'll be making 65 of them. What I did was I measured 1 inch from my border up to the bottom of the leaf so that my leaves are all the same distance from the inside of the border. Something else that I wanted to mention to you is that you'll notice on the inside of the borders, we have this nice dark brown striped fabric. It is actually part of the outside border when we go to construct the quilt, and you will be receiving that at a later month. The next step is to make the circles that you'll need for the borders. Again, we're going to follow the same template that we used for the 4 center blocks, and what you'll need to do is make 18 circles from the remaining red plaid material that you received previously. You're going to want to set aside 3 of those for the bird border, as well as 11 of the leaves from the previous step that we'll use next month for those. Once you've made your 18 circles, you'll be using 5 for each of the 3 remaining borders. And what I did, you'll notice, is I placed the lighter plaid in the center of each of my borders, including the bird border on the top, to make it a little bit more symmetrical. But please feel free to move those around and place them how you think they would look best. Once you've had a chance to place out the stems, the leaves, and the circles, you can go ahead and either glue or pin those in place and then go ahead and applique them. That's all I have for you this month. I hope if you have any questions, you can join us on October 8th at 9:30 for our Zoom meeting this month. Thank you.